Hi there.
This is Ian. Are we on?
Yeah.
We're live. Live from the Hive, Killer Bee Nation. Well, we got Superman here. Actually, we just got Superman all over the place this morning here.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah, been a rough week. This is Ian. He's a deputy with the Sheriff's Department here. He had a rough evening, that's for damn sure. What alerted you to the situation?
So we got a rescue puppy, or rescue dog, that we rescued from the side of the road.
So you and
me and my family.
Your family, yeah. They rescued and dogs.
Yeah, all of our dogs are rescues.
Wow, bless your
And then, so my outside office is a nursery.
Yeah.
And I was mopping out just like I do every day.
Oh yeah.
Puppies are messy.
Yep, all about
And all of a sudden they start yelping because they were out behind the chicken coop with mom, playing around, and got too close to a beehive that I've known has been there for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
But we had our little truce. They don't bother me, I don't bother them. Well, they broke the truce last night.
They
broke the truce.
Yeah, now it's time for that. So he called out the big guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, let's show these guys the puppies. These puppies had literally, well, one of them had at least 100.
Easily.
At least 100 easily. Stingers. I mean, look at this little baby. At least 100 stingers. Now, Ian is an EMT also, along with being a deputy, and we had at least maybe 120. It looked like 80 came out of one.
Yeah.
From the piles. He
Probably
showed me pictures of
the
piles.
other. I'll get you those pictures.
And these guys are. We'll have those. He's going to send those. These guys are shaky for sure. I mean, they're in shock, and they're going to be fine. Now this long into it, they're going to be okay. You know, they're going to be okay. You know what the damnedest thing is also, because these guys got their Benadryl and everything, and Ian knows how to handle this. This guy took 50 stings in the head.
Had to go back into him for three times.
3 times to
Grab a
rescue.
dog, jump in the pool, throw him in the garage, rinse, lather, repeat.
Jesus God, man.
It sucked.
It sucked,
But
yeah.
it was worth it.
An actual, attack, stinging, killer bee stinging. All of the bees are killer bees in the state of Arizona, in the Southwest. They're all over the damn place. They're in Alberta.
Yeah.
You know, they're just, it's over. It's a done deal. One of these guys is kind of miserable over here.
I think all three of them are pretty miserable.
I think
still
they're all
pretty miserable.
You're pretty miserable.
But these guys got it worse.
Oh, for their size?
For their size.
I honestly can't believe your quick reaction is why they're alive.
Yeah.
Last summer, Jesse down, the fire chief in Naco, called us and said, we cannot get near that shed. Can you get down here? You remember that?
That was right before the trailer.
Yep, that's right. Right before the trailer. Hosh and I took 3 dead dogs out of that yard.
Oh yeah, Naco.
Yep. It is a total nightmare. Oh, you guys are going to be okay. I know. It's miserable, isn't it? Yes. Oh my God, I can't believe you saved the puppies. I really can't. It's just amazing.
Well, and all the rest of the dogs, which were loose, had the common sense to vacate.
Good.
Oh, they did. They were like, oh, hell no.
They're like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, spicy
Of course,
raisins
these
were
guys
out.
have no idea.
Yeah. Nope. They do now.
Oh my
Unfortunately.
God, yeah, lesson hard learned, huh? Holy cow. So anyway, guys, we're here to save the day. We're going to go to war. Hosh, we got Hosh on camera. Of course, say good morning, Hosh.
Good morning, Hosh.
I knew he was going to do that. Anyway, Ian has to go. He's got a thing to do for the sheriff's department a little bit here, actually.
A little bit here.
Yeah, not too bad. So we got everybody. Nobody is over by the bees. All right.
No one's over by the bees. All the dogs will be inside. All right. We'll put these guys.
Are we putting these guys inside?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll put
I can
them-
get one of. Okay.
I'll put them in the bathroom. That's
All right.
their temporary nursery.
Yeah, all right, then we're going to go ahead and get the suits out and get started. You can come back out and show us what's going on.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll be right back.
I can't believe you. Holy shit, brother. This guy right here, man, saved everybody. Holy shit. What we do.
Yep.
It's exhausting being us.
It is.
Okay, we're going to start getting suits out. Oh, Killer Bee Nation. Live from the Hive. Trez can't be with us this morning. She got another. Trez is a hard one, and a good friend of hers and neighbor passed away last night. So, hearts out to you, Trez, and also your neighbor, the wife of the guy. I'm so sorry about this. It's just, yeah, it's a hard one. So, Trez is not with us this morning, but Killer Bee Nation, Hosh and I are on the job. The sheriff's deputy Ian called me last night. and said, "Here's what happened." And I was just like, of course, I went into my usual routine of, Benadryl and all that. And he says, "I'm an EMT and I watch all your videos." So, he's a big fan and he knows what to do. So we're gonna get in the shade a bit here. We're gonna start getting suited up. We're gonna kind of take our time with this a bit because we got to do it right. We're going to actually wait until Ian is gone. He's got to go head out. This morning he was up early because they had a bomb threat at a Jewish synagogue.
In Sierra Vista?
Yeah, here in Sierra. I heard the sirens go through the tunnel about 5 a.m. He said, "Yeah, that's what it was."
What shul? Do you know?
I do not know. You have to ask him.
Wow.
He would know. And apparently disgruntled somebody about something.
Yeah, wow, that's intense.
Yeah, so been a rough time, but then the damn bees almost killing his dogs and Ian. Oh my God. Killer Bee Nation, thank you so much for joining us. We have a big war ahead of us this morning here. Bees in a water meter box have already lit up, and it's going to be a nightmare. We were going to live stream the removal at the McNeil post office yesterday. We did that job, and you will see it. There was no reception. So we had to capture it, and you're going to see the video of that in the coming week or so, or two. We'll have it up on a Friday premiere, because every Friday we do a premiere if we have time. We do a premiere at 3 p.m. on YouTube and live chat with everybody and kind of just go through it, and it's a really good time. Actually make some popcorn. But this is we're live from the hive right now, and we don't know if we're actually doing other things today or not, because hurry up and wait for the phone to ring. We got our cooling vests. Hey, Don, you watching? Got our cooling vests. In fact, I got to show these to the sheriff's deputy here, because these cooling vests have saved my life and made Hosh and Trez comfortable. So, I hope we can drive close to this, because, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind about this. Law enforcement, first responders are getting a little disgusted with people keeping these now, because it's just you're trying to hurt people. It's just a bomb waiting to go off. They will become Africanized. That's what I mean by that. It's not if, it's when. And he even, let those guys live back there, way back in the back 40 for too long, and they broke the truce, like he said. And so, yeah, they're going to go away now, that's for sure. So anyway, thanks for joining us, Killer Bee Nation. We're Jesus, it's just I've got my bee brain on. Obviously, I've got a lot of shit going on in here. It's a nightmare. I can't believe they didn't kill those puppies. At least 100 stings in that one puppy. But for them to survive this long, they're at the 80% level of survival. A problem that makes me worry with animals or humans is, as I've talked about before, we're seeing, and I don't think I've talked with you about this, Ian, but we've been seeing delayed reactions with stinging incidents, where gotten calls from ranchers and whatnot. They'll say I was stung 20 times and I took my Benadryl and I'm okay, and then a week later they're in the damned hospital. And so the whole point being, keep an eye on it. Yeah, yep. But Ian's an EMT, so he's got his shit. Usually, of course, as you guys know, we have to talk everybody through every aspect of it. You do that all the time.
We have to do it on both ends.
Yeah, on both ends. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Total nightmare. I just can't believe it. Like, he took 50 stings. I would be swelled up the size of this damn truck.
Well, thankfully, most of the stings were on the top of the head and they're covered, and on the legs.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I think the third iteration, I finally took one of my heavy Carhartt jackets, covered my head, and
yeah,
both of us went straight into the pool after each one. So,
my God, just rinse off as many as you could. I mean, a problem, people think that they can escape them from jumping into water. You can't. No. No. They're going to, they follow the CO2. No. They'll follow your bubbles of your breathing, and, well, they can kill people. All right, you ready? I'm going to hand you that. How close can we drive to this?
Right next to it, actually. Right over.
Maybe we should walk up first and take a peek. I don't want to alert them we're here. And a problem that we have with it, Ian, is that as you've seen on the vids, they get so mad they're bouncing off of our suits. And they're also clinging and dripping venom on them. So we are the enemy. No matter where we go park, I don't care if it's Walmart or where the hell it is, we're the only one, truck in the lot you come out and it's got bees flying around it, period. Because it smells like they don't know. The pheromones. That's exactly what it is. So won't drive back here until.
So it's right on this side of the cactus where that standpipe is.
Oh yeah, yep.
See the irrigation.
Oh, I
box
see him.
lid
Oh yeah, I
cracked
see.
open?
Yeah. Yep, I
So
see.
that's
Oh, you
where
see
the
him
hive
back
is.
there, Hosh?
I do. In front of the cactus?
Yep.
Yeah.
In front of the cactus.
Yeah, I
next
see
to
it.
The
Yeah.
water pipe.
Right next to that water pipe there. They're active. They think they won.
How close are your neighbors over here?
They're about 100 yards. That's a shed.
Do they have animals?
Do they have animals? That's a big question.
No, I don't think so.
You've never heard any.
I've never heard any. The owner before that used to have the horses.
Okay.
And then this one over here?
So this one over, the
That's
one over
far
there
enough
is
over
for sale, and the one over in this corner has
Yeah.
dogs.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's far enough away. We're, of course, they've already had their fun. Like I was telling Ian, even told him last night, we're going to give it until today to let them go back in and have their celebration. They're like Vikings. And they've been drinking mead all night, so they're totally fucked this morning. So they think they won. The bees think they won. They might have won the battle. This war is gonna be, oh my god, that defeat is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be sweet. You're gonna love that video. He's gonna watch it over and over again. Die, you little bastards! Oh my god.
Like I said, they broke the truce. I have no love lost for them now.
No, honeymoon's over.
Mhm.
And you know, the problem is that all of them are that way now. It just, you don't know what their behavior is going to be from 1 minute to the next.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't trust them. European bees, we knew what they were going to do from 1 week to the next, decade, century even. Not these guys. 1 minute to the next, you know. And of course, the bees, I mean, this is expected to be aggressive. A ball of bees hanging in a tree never used to, we would never ever think of that as being aggressive. That's what killed Dan.
Yep.
And so, and like we've been saying, we say all the time, you've heard it, whatever can kill him is a force to be reckoned with. We all knew from our buddy Dan. So anyway, all right, we're going to let Ian get out of here. You're heading out shortly, right?
Yep, I'm heading out right now.
Right now. All right. All right, everybody say goodbye to Ian. Thank you so much, bud. I will talk to you later on, or give me a call. Let me know
I'll give you a
what's
call
looking
and
like.
send you those pictures.
All right, very good, very good. I think we might have to go back up to McNeil to the post office because we had to rescue them yesterday. Here we go, same old shit.
It's a long battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, brother. And you know what? As usual, of course, I feel horribly guilty because I forgot your birthday last year, and I got a jar of honey for you.
Okay.
Oh darn! Oh darn! So we'll get a jar of honey and come up and get it. All right, brother. All right, so that's Ian, our buddy from the Sheriff's Department. Sheriff's Department down here in Cochise County is one of the best in the country, literally. And they're all good friends of ours, and we work close with them, obviously, and you've seen us. Whether it's the marshal up in Tombstone or local PD. Oh, there, look at Hope, he's already got one up. If anyone would like to get a jar of killer bee honey, go to killerbeeguy.com and get some. So we're gonna, he's got to head off, so we're gonna get
Right. All right, hey gang, how you doing this morning? Robert, I saw you on there. Good to see you. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, we are in Cochise County, Arizona. We are about an hour and a half from Tucson here. So, anyway, killer bees, what we call Africanized honeybees. They were created in a Brazilian laboratory in 1957. They escaped. They spread out over South America, Central America, and they hit the States in the early 90s. By 1998, laboratory in Tucson determined that 100% of the feral unmanaged honeybee hives in the state of Arizona had become Africanized, aka killer bees. Now the truth is, it's not just Arizona. It's really it's all the desert Southwest, and really we're at about 100% saturation in all the southern states. Louisiana, Florida, Alabama, Texas. You know, unless you're requeening regularly, your hive's going to become Africanized. So we don't recommend backyard beekeeping at all for anybody anywhere in the U.S. at this point, as this invasion is full on. And yeah, we got your suit over there.
Yeah, I got the suit. He wanted us to chain up the gate when we go.
Okay.
And seriously doubt anybody's going to fuck with a sheriff's deputy, but you never know. So yeah, Killer Bee Nation, I'm going to get my suit on, and we're going to roll back and take care of this. Welcome, live from the hive. What can I say? It's an ongoing war with these damn things, and we're the front line. You know, Gary, who works at the store a couple of days, Gary LaForge, he's a good buddy of ours and also works with us. He put it the best one time. He said, you know, you guys are first responders to first responders. Oh, that's pretty damn cool. You know, it's like, yeah, we can do that. We'll take that. So anyway, who we got on with us here, Hosh?
Well, I saw Florida Bob on there.
Oh, UFB. Haha. Sounds like a Lucha Libre name. Uncle Florida Bob, doesn't it? No, Florida Bob texted me last night. Wasn't it Bob last night? Anyway, so I got to get my suit on, everybody. I'll let Hosh entertain you guys.
So we do have a premiere coming up tomorrow, one I've been working on. You guys have never seen this footage before. We've actually been doing a lot of jobs recently where we've been out of range. We haven't been able to stream just because of the rural nature of it. No signal. Yesterday we did jobs all day out in the McNeil Frontier Road area. So we got a lot of footage there. Ran into some really nasty bees at the McNeil post office. That was a bit of an adventure. So, and like I said, the job, the premiere tomorrow is footage from a job none of you all have seen. We were in a survival bunker out in...
Oh, yeah, that's
that
right.
was McNeil, too, wasn't it? Really?
That's actually...
Pierce?
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
McNeil.
Yeah. But
Close
out
to
in
the
that area.
Chiricahuas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, close to the Chiricahuas. Yeah, so you guys have never seen that footage before. That was pretty awesome. So that's going to be at...
They lit up, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, they did. So that'll be at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Tomorrow. 3 p.m. MST tomorrow. That premiere will go
I'll
up.
definitely be on live chat.
Yeah, and if I'll be on the road probably at that point.
Probably so, yeah.
But if I can, I'll get on my phone and do it from there.
Pull off at that truck stop and...
Yes.
Anyway. All right, you want to grab that? I'm going to put this up. I'm going to pull the truck back. And I'm not sure, is there a place I can turn around back there? Or am I going to have to do that first?
I think... Let's see. I think so. So anyway, we've got a lot of footage coming your way, gang. Stuff you haven't seen before. So that's always pretty cool. We got some good quality captures. Unfortunately, both of my captures quit for this job. The phones are just full. So we've got to transfer a bunch of stuff to SD cards, etc. But yeah, here we go. Another hive. Always hate it when animals are getting stung up.
Yeah, I think I'll just leave it right here.
Yeah.
Looks good. So we're up for war. All the dogs have been moved in, everyone. There are no puppies back here. Man, I can't believe those puppies took so many stings. All right.
All right, Nick, welcome to Killer Bee Nation.
All right.
We do go through a lot of SD cards, don't we, Reed?
We go through SD cards. Oh my God. If anybody wants to send us SD cards, we will take them. Oh my God, we go through SD cards.
Yeah.
I mean, 128 gigabyte, whatever, terabyte, I don't care.
We got some, actually, that job out on Frontier yesterday with the Depends and the capes.
Yeah.
There's some really funny footage on that job.
Oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to see that. That was ridiculous.
I started posting. There's a couple shorts up.
Yeah, there's a couple of shorts up, you guys. Mel and Dan sent us some Depends. Of course they did. And Trez and Hosh had the capes on, and it was just ridiculous. I mean, it was so much fun.
We had fun.
Because we never have any fun.
We had fun, and then I was telling them about that post office job yesterday.
Oh, the post office job. Well, that was a nightmare because they had already stung the mail carrier up.
Crazy.
Like for twice in a week, and so okay, it's time to go. These bees have been underneath this post office up in McNeil. You'll see the vid. It's talk about a rural post office. Holy shit, it's like the one-room schoolhouse, which is actually about a block away. And man, they were so mean. I could not believe. We may be going back out there today. I'm not sure yet, but there was no reception at all. So Chuck, where we did okay, our buddy Chuck, the horticulturist, the guy that we did the washer and dryer machine for, you know, honey laundering. You guys want to see a fun vid? Check out the full vid on YouTube, honey laundering. You're gonna fucking love it. It was, oh my god, these were so nuclear. Anyway, he has got us a Wii Boost. And, you know, one of those cell tower grabber things that improve your signal. So we're going to stop by and see him maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and see if we can get that set up so that we can hopefully have better live streams on the road out in the bumfuck out here, because we're in the Wild West, and you know how it is. It's like we're lucky to have indoor plumbing, damn it. So, Hosh is getting our shit together. I'm going to walk him back. You want to bring some spray adhesive? So we're going to come back here and see what the hell's going on. So I guess the puppies were just out kind of running around being puppies. Man, those poor things. My God. And kind of just we're running around over here, everybody. Look at this cactus. This is a true prickly pear. Look at the size of this. Isn't that beautiful? And then look at the real thorny things down here. Here is Satan. Have we got a... Hey, Hosh?
Yeah.
Are we got all the phones on?
The captures died. They're out of storage.
Oh, for Christ's sake. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hopefully we'll have good signal here.
Yeah.
So this is the scene of the crime. These little bastards.
Yeah.
That's it right there. You can see them. They think they won.
Yeah, and so again, this is the thing. These hives, how many stings do those dogs take?
Well, per dog about 100.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way, way, way too many. I don't know how they survived it.
Well, here they come.
Look at this. Yeah, they already know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the guard bees coming
But
up.
again,
Yep.
so a lot of amateurs are going to look at this and they're going to say, oh, these bees are nice.
Yeah, or they look like European bees.
Right? Well, there's that too. But these bees are
Oh,
nice.
here they come.
Right?
Yep.
They're nice. Now, we haven't done anything.
All we're doing is sitting here talking.
Chewing the fat, right? And
We're going to do a little spray adhesive in there because they've already, I mean, they would go all the way out to the street and torture. So we're going to just do a little spray adhesive to knock down guard bees. I mean, there's no way around it. This is just going to be all out war. You've seen us do it before. I mean, so we knocked down some of the guard bees, but you know, it's kind of like, we're going to have to flip that lid anyway.
Yep.
So you know what? You want to hand me a spray adhesive?
Sure.
And I'll let you do the flip off. Hold on a second. Okay, so he's going to flip them off.
Boy,
Okay.
Actually, it's quite heavy.
Oh, I'm sure it's actually full. Let me get over here. All right, so he might have to pry it open. Oh, there we go. Oh, my God, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's old. Oh, boy, look at this. Here we go. Oh, boy. Now, these are what almost killed those puppies. All right, I'm going to do some more spray adhesive here. Holy cow, guys, this is really nuclear. Oh, we got tubs. Yep, hold on. Okay, we got tubs. Jeez, oh, Friday. So this is the hive that almost killed our buddy Ian and his puppies. So we got to, oh, wow, look at how old. And that's all brood. What the hell are they doing with brood comb? We got a little bit of honey, but Hosh's chickens are going to be eating well. I mean, look at this, everybody. Look at this. And they are completely insane on us. They're completely off the chain.
Just in there laying eggs, getting ready to populate the community.
Getting ready to swarm.
Getting ready to pollute the public commons over here.
Pollute the commons, exactly. More brood. My God, no honey.
Nothing but
Jesus, these guys are insane. Now, get this, guys. It is the, it's the 1st of October. It's the 1st of October.
That's good.
There shouldn't be brood at all. There should be no eggs.
Look at that. That's beautiful, though.
Oh my God, is that pollen?
Bee bread.
Oh, bee bread, that's pollen. That's the food of the gods right there. So these guys already expended probably 1,000 bees were killed in the stinging incident.
More bee bread.
At least 500. More bee bread? Wow. So these poor puppies, and once they lit up, of course, they went completely insane and, you know, almost killed the dogs and the sheriff's deputy.
More of the same.
More of the same. So we have got some beaver, but no honey.
Not yet.
I wonder what in the hell. Well, here, you want to show? Well, let me see if I can get back there.
This is brood here.
I can't really get around this cactus, you guys. We got brood. Oh yeah, we got that whole lid. Wow. Is there anything tucked back up under here or no?
No,
that's it. All right.
That's it.
All right. So we're gonna keep gathering up. So that should all be honey on
It
the
is.
lid there.
Yep.
Because hey, you want to bring it out here? There we go. Yeah. So that'll all be honey because they put the honey at the top of the comb, and then the eggs are all down below. That's beautiful, though. That'll be good Viking. That'll be good Viking honey. So now after we get this all scraped down, and you've seen us do this with water boxes before, we're going to spray that lid with our automotive undercoating and take the money, yeah, just, you know, make it safer. Then we're going to knock down a shitload of these little bastards with our spray adhesive. But yeah,
Because they deserve it.
because they deserve it.
For stinging puppies.
Oh man, you know, we watched them kill baby birds actually.
Oh yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, what, you know, kill baby owls. Just absolutely ridiculous. These guys are so horrible. It's just unbelievable how vicious they are. We really don't, I don't understand why they're a little mean. They don't care about my feelings.
Yeah. All this honey though, this red.
Oh, the red?
Yeah, I think it might be from the prickly pear.
Might be from a hummingbird here. No, it is actually. It's from the prickly pear. Yeah, they're definitely on me. I mean, they're,
Oh, yeah.
you know, they're not as vicious as some we've seen, but that's because they already spent they thought they won.
They're smug.
They're smug. Smug killer bees. Yeah, so, and I'll bet you that orange, that is red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at how red that is. You know what they're doing is they're gathering the nectar, I mean, not the nectar, but the fruit of the juice of the fruit of the prickly pear. This is a big, beautiful prickly pear plant right here, guys. And that's a mesquite behind it. So, yeah, these guys, and of course they're all invasive. It's really interesting how orange that honey is.
Yeah.
Really weird. Everybody see how orange that is? That's I have seen that kind of thing from when they go to hummingbird feeders, and
okay.
I actually did hear of that one case out on the East Coast. Where was that? New York or something, where they were near a soda pop plant where they made soda.
Oh yeah.
And all the beekeepers around the area were getting like bright colors, neon colors, bright green honey
Crazy.
and nectar
Because of all the artificial.
because of all the syrup they would drip and they'd throw out and shit. So it was pretty damn funny actually. All right, set that back there. So yeah, look at this, everybody. This is really something. All right, yeah, very good. Throw that lid on.
I'm gonna start
Okay,
spraying.
he's gonna do the honors over here.
Hit this one first.
So, and of course
I
there
don't
is.
want to get the equipment here.
No, don't get the equipment. We'll do that. And of course, I'll tell him to stop down at a hardware store and get a new lid. You know, if this is a temporary, I mean, we'll actually leave that lid off.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and coat the hell out of it.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and finish coating. We'll leave that off so it can air out. And I think we should. We'll see where they're gathering up, where they're balling up, and then knock as many down as we can. But I really want it to be safe for him when he comes back.
Not the first hive in here. This.
Oh no, I believe it.
There were 2 iterations. They had built here before.
Yeah,
Was old comb.
yeah,
And skeletons.
yeah,
And then of course this new one. So
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, and that does happen, and this is why we guarantee it for 2 years. Is wherever they have been, as you guys, the Killer Bee Nation knows, of course, they leave pheromones or smells that'll soak into whatever the hell they're attached to, that will attract new ones, even years and years down the road. So
Yeah, like up to 35 years, right, Reed?
yeah, it lasts up to 35 years. The pheromones, those pheromones will last 35 years. Amazing. So I have found that after 6 months or so or a year, most likely they're not going to come back. But here we go. We got a second iteration on this one. So, you know, it smells good. It's like, why not? And if you don't remove all the comb and you don't seal them up like we do, then it's a furnished apartment basically, you know, and they're just all the furniture's there. If you don't take all the comb out, you got to take all the comb out if you can. If not, then you see our other approaches for guaranteeing it, for making sure the threat is mitigated and new ones cannot move in. So I'm kind of gonna be looking around now for where. See, this is all brood comb over here, everybody. Ugh. So this is brood comb. This is where they lay this is where the babies are. And what really baffles me in October is, what in the hell are they laying all these brood cells? That's Africanization. I mean, it's just crazy.
You know what's interesting, Reed, is last year they did the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
Remember
we had swarms all
station?
winter.
And remember that sheriff's station there in Sierra Vista?
Oh, it had 10 feet.
That
all
was fall.
brood.
Wasn't that October?
That was like this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was this time of year. Look at this, guys. So I don't know what in the hell they're... Well, I do know what they're doing. They're just trying to take over the world, and by God, they're pretty good at it. And it's very disturbing, actually. So this older comb, with the brood comb, you can see it's kind of darker, but look at how red... That is the weirdest honey. It's got to be the juice from the fruit that's cracking. We know when birds poke holes in this prickly pear fruit, it's got to be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are already chewed up and whatnot. Prickly pear is awesome. It really is. The pads, when they're really young, when really small, you can eat them, and they're called. We're gonna get that off for your chickens, huh? Oh, if we put the lid on it, then the bees will.
Here,
the bees are gonna ball up somewhere here, and then we can knock them down.
Yeah, let me do this though.
We just don't want them in here for Hosh's chickens, and there's no animals around or anything, so those bees, and all the bees that end up on the ground, of course, the ants will get. So that's why we use the spray adhesive, because the ants just love them. And if they can't fly and they're on the ground, we use the spray adhesive because it sticks their wings together. A lot of people ask what that is, and also people, of course, ask, what are you spraying all over the place? It's a non-toxic spray adhesive is what it is. And for FYI, any comb that gets contaminated with anything gets destroyed, okay? And we don't use smoke, because these Africanized bees do not care about it. And also, besides not caring about it, it's too much to set up. If they cared about it and it really worked really well, then I would use it every single time. But we have to expedite this shit. We can't, if possible, we will take time. And like right now, I'm explaining all this because the dogs are all gone, the deputy's gone, Ian is gone. I can actually take a minute to talk with you guys about this and explain why we do certain things, why we don't do certain things. But you know, we also kind of have to expedite what we're doing. It depends on the situation. Every job is completely different. Where the hell are they gathering? Are they like on my head or something? I mean,
No.
I mean, there's enough of them to be balling up somewhere, but I just don't see.
Well, a lot of them were inside there.
Right. Well, they thought they won.
And the queen was in there too.
Oh yeah.
There was an entourage.
Yeah. Oh, that was definitely. Yeah. They lost a lot of bees in the war yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
They really did. They stung up. I mean, when they sting, of course, they die. They are honeybees. Their stingers have barbs on them, and they died. They're honeybees, so they do die. And they lost.
Most of them stayed in there.
Most of them stayed. Well, they were still partying. They've been drinking mead all night. Everybody. They thought they won. Ha! Yeah, right. They didn't win. We do. So Hosh has a few on his back. I'm really trying to find out where they're gonna have to ball up somewhere.
Yeah, you want to give them a minute?
Yeah, you know, let's do that actually. Let's give them a minute.
Yeah. I mean, we could. Well, look at that.
Yeah. Well, if they ball up there, that's fine. I don't care where they do, as long as we can kill them.
Right.
Right.
Well, we want to. We could answer some questions.
Oh, that's a good idea. Here, you can see better than I can.
Sit in the truck. And
Yeah, let's go sit in the truck. Hang on, you guys. We're going to let these guys gather, and we'll bring you back out. So hold on a second. We'll take some questions in the fire truck, and just kind of let these guys settle down.
Yes. So, yeah, they're on TikTok. We absolutely are killing Africanized honeybees. Yes. They are honeybees.
Absolutely.
They're Africanized honeybees, and they're a deadly invasive species. You can research it up.
Actually.
And, yeah, we're killing them.
If we sit in the truck, are we going to lose TikTok?
Probably not, because we're not driving.
Oh, okay.
We're killing honeybees because they're Africanized. They're killer bees. You're a little behind the the times here, if you're asking that question.
So, I mean, it's a really good question and some really good points about it with people are sometimes aghast that we are killing honeybees. And, actually 35 years ago, I would have been too. Until I realized, or I did the studies. Well, what really changed it for me was when Africanized bees came in to from the south, came across the border. That's why we call them bee legals. Anyway, all right. So it really changed how we think about honeybees in the Western Hemisphere, because before that, European bees were all nice. They were awesome. They were so sweet. Oh, people would always, it was so ridiculous. They would ask me, do your bees get to know you? It's like, no, they're bugs. They don't get to know you. They only live 6 weeks in the hive, and each bee is a cell. There's 50,000 bees or 100,000 bees in there. No, they don't get to know you. Just because they don't try to kill you doesn't mean they don't know you. But there was a lot of romance about it because they didn't try to kill you, and they gave us honey. Well, that's a hell of a deal, isn't it? Well, then the Africanized came across, and we're like, whoa, what's going on now? They're killing dogs and horses and people and, everything. So then we started realizing, because we started thinking, wait, these are invasive species, Africanized bees coming across the line. They weren't here before, they're invasive. Then we took it a step further and realized that when I started studying, there were no honeybees in the state of Arizona before 1872, ever. They don't belong here. We're talking honeybees. We're talking European honeybees. They don't belong here. They're called European honeybees for a reason. They're from Europe, okay? Honeybees are an invasive species to the Western Hemisphere, period. So that changed my whole thinking on it, because I am not so glued to my own thoughts and my beliefs, which I really don't have any. I'm more of a scientist in that, where I want to find out what the facts are and then go from there with my day-to-day life. And so once I realized that honeybees were an invasive species that are threatening our native pollinators, well, then that changed my world. I was like, oh, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong about honeybees. And we would really like to see a lot more people stop keeping honeybees in their backyards, because they're really horribly torturing the native environment around within a 2 to 3 mile radius of their own hives. Now, of course, beekeepers absolutely hate us, but I don't care, of course. It's just the way it is. It's the truth. Honeybees are invasive here. They are horrible for our native environment. They are horrible for our native bees. Our native bees are mostly solitary. They don't stand a chance against these bastards, especially Africanized. Africanized bees will drive away or kill native bees on flowers for the nectar. There's just they're hoarders. How do I put this? They're Vikings. Okay, they will all come in, take everything. They take more than they need. They take it all.
They're colonists.
They're colonists. They're the ultimate colonists.
Yeah,
they are.
And they gentrify ecosystems.
They totally gentrify ecosystems. Yep. Totally. And actually, threat of destroying ecosystems, because our native pollinators are necessary for our native plants for everything to work smoothly. Like Hosh likes to put it, it's a lock and key situation. Whereas honeybees are just simply rape and pillage. That's all they do. So, we get a lot of people asking us about these things. Is there anybody got any good thoughts out there, Hosh?
Well, how do you tell the difference between...
Well, that's a really good question, and it's a real serious problem, especially for beekeepers, because you can't. Oh, yeah, pull my finger.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't tell by looking. They're honeybees. It's genetic. Now, no one can afford to send off the bees for genetic testing, and the wing measurement thing, that is not reliable anymore, because there are too many different sizes of European bees. Now, African bees, there's only the South African. It's actually a East African savanna honeybee, I believe is what it is. But there are many types, sizes, and even colors of European honeybees. So the wing thing is out the window. But genetics, well, that tells the story. DNA tells the story, but nobody can afford it. So that's a real problem, is you can't tell by looking. And then on top of that, you cannot tell if your hive is Africanized by how they're behaving at that exact moment. Like he said, like Ian said, the deputy, our buddy, he said, we had a truce with them for a year or more, it was more, that they wouldn't bother us, we wouldn't bother them. We hear this every day, until they do. They broke the truce. They're going to break the truce every single time. You cannot trust them. That's why I tell everybody, it is like a landmine. It's like having a bomb in your yard that you think you can trust. No, right. You can't. You know. So, yeah, what do we got?
They use honeybees to pollinate lots of farms. How do you fix that without honeybees?
Right, well, you don't. You don't. So there's two different classifications of beekeepers that we talk about. There is the backyard beekeeper, and then there's the big boys who haul bees around for pollination. Honeybees are absolutely necessary for that. That is monoculture. That is monocropping. Monoculture. That is monocropping, where you got one type of plant in 100 acres or 1,000 acres or whatever it is. Honeybees are great at coming in and spending 2 weeks pollinating those, because once they get a scent and a flavor of a flower, they will concentrate on that because it's more expedient for them to do that. So they will pollinate that whole thing, come back to their hives. The pollinator guy comes with his forklifts, hauls them away, goes to the next field. All right. For our native environment, honeybees are absolutely horrible. It's totally different from monocropping. It's totally different from native environment. We have got so many different types of plants in a square acre out here that our native pollinators have evolved with. They did not evolve with monocropping. And it actually turns out in small backyard gardens that native pollinators are better at pollinating your garden than honeybees if there's enough of them. So this is another reason that we have to stop keeping honeybees in our backyards, is because you're decimating the population of native pollinators. And so it's really a toxic relationship. It really is. And it's all greed. It's for the honey or the money. That's all it is. It's all greed. So let the big boys do that. Let them haul the bees across country. They don't stop every 10 miles and let the bees out of the. They actually pull screens over the semi trucks. I've probably seen them on the highway, and they don't stop every 10 miles and let the bees go forage. No, of course not. They go to the field, drop them, at whatever it is, the almonds or whatever the hell it is, and then when they're done in a couple of weeks or a week, haul them up, do it again, haul them away.
All right, so just so you guys know, our policies are, if you're putting racist comments on here, you're going to get blocked.
You're gone.
If you're putting political comments on here, you're gone.
No religion, no politics, no race.
Yeah, that's it. No religion, no politics, no race.
I don't give a fuck what flavor ice cream
it's fine to disagree with us. Just be respectful, But that's,
we'll have an adult conversation.
We're happy to answer any questions, and if you disagree, go ahead and state your case, and we can answer your questions. I mean, that's fine if you disagree. Thanks for letting us know.
Oh, sure.
But
what do you disagree about in an adult way? Because we're right. We just love being right.
Yeah, so what are native pollinators?
Yes, that's a really good question, actually. There are, just in our northern Sonora desert region, there are over 1,000 different species that are at risk because of Africanized honeybees, because of one species. Over 1,000 different species are at risk. Now that includes everything from bumblebees, mason bees, leaf cutters, digger bees. There's so many, of course I don't know them all. It also includes, of course, certain hummingbirds, certain bats. We have agave plants here, the cactus. It's a succulent actually, and the agave sends up its stalk, and the bats, that's their relationship, is with that flower. That's it. That's where that flower gets pollination. Well, Africanized bees especially, European bees will do it too, but Africanized bees are much more aggressive at everything. They will take the nectar from those agave flowers, so there isn't enough for the bats in the evening. So there are a lot. It's a great thing to Google for your area. What are my native pollinators in my area? It's a great thing to Google. It's way too much to go into here. So you've got one species destroying thousands of species. I don't know how you can rationalize that. Honeybees, Africanized honeybees, are a deadly invasive species. Find something wrong with that, someone. In the Western Hemisphere, Africanized honeybees are a deadly invasive species. It's just science. It's just the way it is. If you can find something wrong with that, you're delusional. It's just the way it is. And so that's what we wake up every morning with. That's what we base everything on. These guys are evil. And then, of course, on top of that, they almost killed this deputy's dogs. They almost killed him last night, Ian. I mean, he's Superman. I'll tell you, he took 50 stings in his body, and he's walking around. He's off doing stuff for the sheriff's department right now. My God, what a guy! I'd be in the hospital with that many stings. So anyway, who's got some more questions? We got to head back out here and check.
Somebody's asking, what is bee bread?
Oh, it's a pollen. That's what it is. It's pollen. Because see, when you separate pollen out, and if you mush it together, it's kind of like dough, literally. And what the bees do when they collect the pollen on the flower is they mix it with some nectar from that flower and put it in their little saddlebags on their hind legs. Cute as hell, right? Pollen sacs, we call them. And they bring them back for transport to the hive. So it's a food source for them. And so that's what bee bread is. Good question. Good question, yeah.
So how do we get rid of them?
We don't. Everybody talks as if it's a black and white situation. Unfortunately, they're invasive species. All we're trying to do is educate people and give our native pollinators a chance, whereas all these beekeepers are hell-bent on destroying native pollinators. We're not going to get rid of honeybees. We're not going to get rid of Africanized honeybees. So when we get rid of one hive that has attacked and almost killed a sheriff's deputy and his puppies, and you give us grief about it, are you fucking kidding me? That's just one hive in a 1 mile radius here. There are realistically 40 hives in a 1 mile radius from here. So we are mitigating the threat at this location and maybe hoping to save a few native pollinators. It's a losing battle we are fighting, but we're going to fight it anyway. We're going to do it. We're not saving these invasive species, this deadly invasive species. Why would you?
And how do you identify them?
Yeah, well, again, you can't tell an Africanized honeybee by looking at it. They're a honeybee. They look exactly the same, and it's genetic. But another problem with these things that are so tricky and so delusional, almost they're like sneaky, is that they will be really nice now, and then in 2 minutes or 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, go off the chain. This is what happened here today. These bees were nice. They're all Africanized in the state of Arizona for many years now. They were nice. He didn't even think about them until they weren't.
All right.
It's like I always tell people, I'm the nicest guy in the world till I'm not. What do we got?
How did they become Africanized?
This is a really good question, actually. How did they become Africanized? Man-made. Literally. Kind of like Chihuahuas. I always go back to Chihuahuas, I know. Crossbreeding is what did it. In 1957, they crossbred European honeybees with African honeybees to make Africanized honeybees, because the pure African strain was known to make up to twice as much honey as the European strain and also be super disease resistant, whereas European honeybees are sickly. Okay, so they crossbred them and they got all the traits that they wanted, plus they got the plus size. They didn't know they were going to be so damn mean. So they got kind of a package deal they did not want. So that's how they became Africanized. Great question. Good conversation. Thank you, guys. There's no reason to get mean or ornery about it. Go ahead. We got a good one here.
So are African bees not aggressive?
No, African bees are not nearly as aggressive as Africanized. Now, I was doing the 4th Ave Street Fair in Tucson. There's a big street fair, and I was selling honey, of course, 25 years ago, maybe 30. Oh, God. And a South African beekeeper came up to me and at my booth, and he said, what is this about Africanized, not African, Africanized honeybees stinging people and horses and killing cows and all this shit? I was like, well, it's not hype. Well, that happens like weekly. And so we got to talking about it and comparing notes. He had 400 hives in his horse pasture. And I said, good God, are you trying to kill your horse? So we did some research on it, and it turns out that the African bee can be pissier for sure, but there are European strains that are pissy as hell, okay? For some reason, when they crossbred them and got the Africanized, somebody pulled the lid off, and the aggressiveness went through the roof. We don't know why. Good questions, you guys. This is wonderful. Thank you guys so much for having an intelligent adult conversation instead of just, you know, sometimes I feel like human beings, because we're all individuals, and sometimes I feel like we're all just individual grains of sand on a beach yelling at each other. That's all, you know, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, we got a question.
So even in Mississippi, all of the bees are Africanized?
Correct. Yeah, definitely in the see, they're in all of the lower 48 states. Now we're talking all of the feral hives, all the unmanaged, like hives under your shed, okay? They, just because they aren't misbehaving right now doesn't mean they're not Africanized. Does not mean it at all. That's part of the problem. And when they do light up, then it's like this one that have been nice for a couple of years or whatever. When they lit up, they almost killed the sheriff's deputy and his dogs. So in the southern part of the United States, 100% feral Africanization. In the northern part, and Alberta and Toronto and parts of Canada now documented, that may not be 100% of the feral hives yet, but give it another 3 or 4 years. I used to say 8 years, but that was 4 years ago. So let's go. So another few years and all of that. So the point being, I wouldn't trust any feral hive. I've been doing this for over 30 years with Africanized hives down here. I wouldn't trust any of them. Yeah, we got another question here.
I thought the colder weather would keep them at bay.
So did we. We were hoping. So get this. They store twice as much honey. Their wings beat faster. They, just by the fact of storing twice as much honey, making twice as much and storing twice as much, makes them better prepared for adverse climatic conditions. So that means, and Hosh put it really the best, once we figured all this out was, and they've also adapted. So they adapt very quickly. Wherever European honeybees can survive, Africanized hives can thrive. Because they do everything better. Good questions, you guys. Really good. This is awesome. What do we got? Anybody?
Now, can this Africanization, can it happen to other kinds of bees, like bumblebees?
That is a really good question. No. It would be like crossing your Chihuahua with your horse. It's not going to happen. They're two completely different species. Good question, though, because that would be horrifying, wouldn't it? Oh, my God. No, we're stuck with invasive species making invasive species worse. Honeybees are invasive. With the European honeybees, they were an invasive species. Now with Africanization, they're deadly invasive species. Oh, joy. Right? No, they're not going to cross with wasps or anything like that. Good questions, you guys. Really good.
Yeah. Are all domestic hives European?
Well, people hope so.
Yeah.
Now, the big beekeepers, they know that a certain percentage of them are not European, because they either will make more honey or they're a little more pissy. You know, not every Rottweiler behaves the same. The problem is small backyard beekeepers. That is, oh my God, it's such a horror, because if you look at World War B, or what else did we call it? Bees Gone Bad?
Yes.
Last summer, a year ago last summer, because it's already October, holy crap, a person in Bisbee had a European hive that became Africanized and almost killed 13 people. So you can't trust them. That's the problem. Yeah, we got a good question here.
Are there any bees that are native to the U.S.?
Tons of them. No honeybees. All right, granted, in Costa Rica and Central America, Panama, there was a tropical, and there still are a few left. There was a tropical, unrelated, non-stinging honeybee, but they would make very complicated combs. It's not anything like our honeybees that we're talking about here. So they were stingless. They were native here, but they're almost wiped out. Here's another problem. They're almost wiped out because of the Africanized honeybee. So no, there are, in the United States, for instance, or Mexico, and North, and then South America, no honeybees ever. People lived in the Western Hemisphere for eons without relying on honeybees for food. Fascinating shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah, and the truth is, it's a bit of a, for instance, most people, most of their calories come from grain.
Correct.
That's
Grain,
universal.
grain, and of course nowadays, unfortunately, sugar.
It's universal, and grain is not required. Grain is all wind pollinated.
Yeah, they're all grain. There is no grain that needs to be pollinated by honeybees. Period.
Yeah.
Just not it. Now, granted, without honeybees, there would not be in the Western Hemisphere for monocropping, and big agriculture, there would not be such a variety at Whole Foods. Okay, of fruits and vegetables. Now, in nature, of course, there were endless varieties of fruits and vegetables localized in that area that evolved in that area. But now with monocropping, we can get food from, all over the world just by walking into Whole Foods. So that would cut down on that. Okay, we got more questions.
Is it true humans die from the windpipe blockage mostly than stings?
That's a really good question. It depends on the person. Anaphylactic shock, yes. Absolutely. Secondary things like heart attacks and whatnot, like most horses that get stung die from a heart attack. So was the bee stings or the heart attack? Well, it was brought on by the bee stings. So it almost turns into a case of who cares.
Yeah.
If you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What type of venom do the Africanized bees have?
It's the same. It very similar to rattlesnake venom, actually. So the venom is exactly the same. They're a honeybee. Their venom's the same as a European honeybee. The honey is the same as a European honeybee. The only difference in different types of honeys is the type of flowers the bees are messing with. So the venom is the same. And yes, it hurts like a son of a bitch. Yes, we'll get a question.
So there's this business of if you don't use gas, don't fight them at all. Just stand there, let them fly away. They know fear.
Yeah, and I wish that were true. Oh God, do I wish that were true, because I wouldn't wear a bee suit.
Yeah, I don't think these puppies that got stung up were afraid.
No, I don't think they were afraid of them. See, so we had 3 puppies almost get killed. If you watch the beginning of this vid, you'll see it. I don't think those puppies had any fear at all until they started getting stung, and then it was panic. So I wish that were true. Because like I said, if it were, I wouldn't wear a bee suit. See, bees do not think like we do. Okay, it's more cellular. They turn into white blood cells. I've seen them stinging birds flying overhead. Do you think those birds were exuding fear? I've seen them stinging tires on trucks. It's all pheromone. It's all attack pheromone.
Yeah, the truck tires weren't afraid.
Well, those ones were.
And they try to sting us all the time, and we're not afraid.
I don't give a fuck.
We don't care. We're over it.
I ain't afraid of much. That's for damn sure.
My heart rate never goes up when we
I actually did an experiment one time as far as not being afraid goes, because I have really high blood pressure. And so I did an experiment with a cuff before I did a horrible for most folks, bee removal, and one after a blood pressure test, and my blood pressure went down. It's just my element. I've been doing it for 30 years. It's like where feel comfortable. I know what to expect. I know what's going to happen. It's everybody around me that I worry about, and you'll see that in our videos, Yeah, go ahead. We got another one.
Are there pheromones that can calm them down?
Yes, there are pheromones that they absolutely hate that we used as beekeepers to drive them out of supers. The problem is, and people are always asking, why don't you wash your suits and all that? The problem is that once the attack pheromone, okay, the pheromones are just smells, there's millions of them. Once the attack pheromone is in the air, it cancels out everything else. I have seen them, they have flown through fire to try to get to kill me or to kill animals. Through fire. They'll fly through smoke, they'll fly through vapors of anything, gasoline, whatever. So unfortunately, I don't know, it's kind of a balls to the wall war each time. Good questions, you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys, because we are live from the hive, and I mean, we came down here to rescue a sheriff's deputy, almost lost his life last night. 3 puppies, my God, you'll see them at the beginning of the vid. Oh my God, they're so adorable. Totally in shock. We have a good question here. What do we got?
How many stings can a normal person take?
Good question. You know what they say? Now, this is according to the doctors and scientists, the medical journals. This is, to me, it's ridiculous. They say 15 stings per pound of body weight. Fuck that. Oh my God. I get stung once there. I cry like a little girl. I mean, I can't even imagine that. I really can't. Now, of course, the problem with it also is you don't know when your anaphylactic shock is going to kick in. You don't know from individual to individual or moment to moment. So your anaphylactic shock may kick in after 2 stings. It may kick in after 30 stings. But then the next time, it may be reversed. So, of course, like I always make the point, let's just not get stung.
Yeah.
If you got a feral hive on your property, have it removed. In Cochise County, call us, of course. But, yeah, if anywhere else, don't call a beekeeper because they're just going to perpetuate the problem. Call an exterminator and get rid of the damn things. They're an invasive species.
Yeah. Somebody said their kids have trouble breathing after one sting.
Oh boy, you carry, oh my God, if you can afford an EpiPen, get it. If not, grab some Benadryl. Carry Benadryl in your pocket. I'm so sorry. That's horrifying if you had trouble breathing after one sting. That's really deadly.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
That's really dangerous, guys. Yeah. God, we love having you guys along for the ride. Thank you so much. What a nice little discussion this morning. It's like a little Thursday morning coffee clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my little coffee clutch. These are good friends of ours. H5 Helicopters up in Scottsdale.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. Anyway, so there, coffee clutch.
Can you outrun bees?
We used to be able to, but I'm not 20 anymore. No, actually, the problem with these Africanized bees is they will chase you for miles, and they fly faster than you do. So, no. I mean, it's a real problem. Don't jump into water unless you're going to get out right away again, because if you try to jump into water to escape them, they will hover over where you are. I think the record is like 2 hours.
Somebody's asking if we do any of this work in Apache Junction.
I'm sorry,
so,
no,
right?
that's Phoenix. Yeah,
That's
I'm
Phoenix
sorry.
area,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's too far for us to go. You're going to have to call an exterminator up there. We're down here in Cochise County in the Wild West, and Apache Junction is 200 miles away.
Yeah. So here's one, and it's a really pretty ridiculous question, but it comes up a lot.
Oh, let's go ahead.
Should all bees be destroyed or not?
I personally, if my dreams were met, not bees, because that's too broad of a statement.
Yeah, what are you talking about, bees?
Honeybees. See, there's a huge difference between honeybees and bees. Honeybees are an invasive species. Bees are not. All right. So honeybees are the only ones that produce honey. Bees do not.
Yeah.
But they have their own much more important place in the
So
ecosystem.
they're saying honeybees, yes.
Oh yeah, honeybees.
So should all honeybees
I would,
be
if
destroyed?
it was up to if Santa was going to grant me a wish, I would say yes. In the Western Hemisphere,
Yeah, if we could eradicate
not in Europe.
honeybees from North America, South
I would do it
America,
tomorrow.
and
I would do it
Central
right now.
America.
I would go, okay,
Get 'em
Genie,
out.
here's my, get them out, because
But
they're
it's
invasive
not,
species.
It's not going to happen.
They're an invasive species. Now, that's too many ifs. Let's get practical. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get rid of honeybees. They're here to stay. We're not going to get rid of Africanized honeybees. They're coming to a shed near you soon.
Yeah.
So let's not go to these extrapolatory,
It's sophistry. is
Cinderella
what it is.
shit, okay?
Yeah.
Because let's stay practical.
Doesn't matter.
They're not going anywhere. We're just trying to give our native pollinators in our area a chance and save a few people's and puppies' lives.
Yeah.
And I don't know how anybody could argue with that. But they will.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on, Hosh.
Right on.
Yeah, let's go just see how good we are. I want to see if they balled up and where, Killer Bee Nation.
Oh, it's quiet.
What an excellent discussion, you guys. Thank you so much for the adult conversation. Instead of, a lot of people get on and they get so damned emotional about it. It's like, it's like, shut the fuck up, just talk like adults. I mean, Africanized bees are a deadly invasive species. That's the ground. Take it from there. I don't know where you're going to take it, but take it, And intelligent questions, love them, absolutely. We're not in junior high, for crying out loud. Well, let's go see how good we are. Boy, has it gotten quiet, huh?
Real quiet.
Yeah. So we're looking, we got a few of them sniffing around. These could be robber bees from neighboring hives, like I said. And oh, look at them, they're all in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So then what I think we should do on that note
Yeah.
is, yeah, put the lid on and put some steel wool in it so they die in there.
Okay.
Because he didn't have to do anything in there.
All right. Can
Yeah.
I do that?
Yeah,
There's
sure.
actually tape over the hole.
Oh, there was?
Yep.
Oh, it kind of fell off. So let's clean that edge out so that we can
Here, let me
get
spray
that
some of these
going.
down.
Good conversations, you guys. Thank you so much for the good conversation. I want to show you guys this prickly pear. This thing is just ridiculously beautiful. I mean, this is one plant. I mean, good Lord, huh? Isn't that cool as hell, you guys? Beautiful. And edible. I mean, these, I was starting to talk about the young, these guys that are more, the young pads, those are called nopalitos. And because the cactus in Spanish is nopal. And so nopalitos are very edible. They're absolutely delicious. They have a texture kind of like, oh, they're really slimy, like okra. But man, are they good for you, and they're great. It's a real Mexican tradition in Mexico, as I've lived in Mexico quite a bit. And with eggs in the morning.
It actually doesn't fit.
Is that part of the problem?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
shit. Well,
Yeah.
well, then leave it off, and
Yeah.
they'll
sprayed
just
these guys down.
spray adhesive. That's it. Knock them down. Yep. Yeah, we're just gonna knock down those remnants. So this really worked out well. Of course, these guys. Yeah, it looks like they belong to that because they even have some pollen on their legs. Yep. So wow, what a good little discussion. Thank you guys so much for coming with us. This has been a very, very good time. We really appreciate it. We're glad that nobody died. The sheriff's deputy, Ian. Hey, buddy, I know you're out there saving lives and whatnot. We appreciate you guys so much. Sheriff Department, Marshal's Office, local law enforcement, and the firefighters, of course. Bless your socks. Oh, my God, bless your socks. I don't know how you guys do it. So we're going to sign off and go be important somewhere else. Thank you so much. And now I wanted to tell everybody also, if you have joined on YouTube at the Queen level, because you can become a member of the Killer Bee Nation, if you joined at the Queen level, I need your address. Okay, Claudia, I think that I need your address, and God darn it, there's another one. Anyway, I need your address, so send it to killerbeeguy@gmail.com, because otherwise I can't send you your honey. And if anybody out there who is a Queen member has not gotten their honey yet, it's on the way. So we love you guys. Host, did you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
if you got puppies and you're taking care of dogs and stuff, and all of a sudden they're yelping and screaming because killer bees are flying out of a water meter box nearby them and stinging them all to hell, and you go out and you rescue them and they sting up your head, you somehow manage to survive. If you're in Cochise County, give us a call. If you're anywhere else in the U.S., understand honeybee Africanization is on the rise in all the lower 48 states. It's a real problem. You got to get rid of your bees. Don't relocate, terminate. We'll see you guys on the next job.
Love you guys. Here, you want to turn these puppies off?
Yes, the puppies.
The puppies are not turned off. The puppies are fine. Love you guys.
Cute,
We'll
weren't
see
they?
you. We might see. They were cute as hell, though. I'm so glad they were alive. They were in shock.
Yeah.
Those poor dogs. Oh my God. We love you guys. We might see you in 20 minutes. Might see you tomorrow. We don't know. Go to killerbeeguy.com. Love you guys.